Welcome back. This is still the Polity, but before then, a sincere apology to the previous picture of the former national chairman of the APC instead of the current one. We apologize for that. So it wasn't intentional. And now is the guest segment, and I have wonderful people with me in the studio by name, Habib, Gajo, who is a public affair analyst, and also with me here is Richard Oriri, who is also a public affair analyst. You're both welcome to the studio.
It's my pleasure.
Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Let me
for having us.
For having us. Yeah, you're both welcome.
Yeah.
But a gentle reminder that our phone lines are now open. You could call, or you can call to give in your contribution or ask a question. Now let's kickstart because we don't have enough time. I'm going to Kaduna State, and I know you're sure of the basketballs that is happening in the State House now, where it has been alleged that the former governor in the name by the name Nasiru El-Rufai has there was this disbursement of 423 billion naira under his administration that was not properly appropriated for Abi. What can you say in that regard? Because it's already causing a lot of basketballs in the State Assembly.
Yeah, you see, we always keep telling Nigerians that El-Rufai is not a trustworthy. El-Rufai is one of the boys of the northern elite who corrupted Nigerians, Nigeria and Nigerians. You understand? So. Seeing him rising to be the governor, minister, and even when he was a minister in FCT, he left almost 25,000 litigation in FCT. You understand? A lot of embezzlement. He was investigated by the Senate. He was even gazetted in a administrative white paper that he should not hold any public office or being appointed. You understand? But due to the recklessness of the APC as a party, they went there, they picked El-Rufai and they went to court, challenged that ban on him. You understand? And later they gave him the ticket to become a governor. So we expect this kind of things to happen. And unfortunately for the Kaduna people and the lawmakers of Kaduna, they are aware this thing is happening, and they have been seeing it because during from 2015 to 2019, Comrade Sheikh Husani was very vocal and criticizing the way El-Rufai is borrowing money, even stopped the way he is borrowing. You understand?
Yes.
And El-Rufai picked offense, fought him, and removed him from the party. You understand? And replace him with Ubasani.
Okay.
So Ubasani replaced him. They approve all the foreign loan that has been taken. You understand? During Muhammadu Buhari. So he is aware that those loans are bad loans.
Wow.
You understand?
Yes.
But what I will say, or what I will add, is maybe he did not expect what he met.
No.
You understand?
What
he met and what he is seeing, that he cannot even pay salary. There is no even running cost of the government or running fund for the government. So he has to come out and tell the Kaduna people the truth, and the State Assembly did well to investigate, even if this man was not persecuted and jailed. You understand?
Yes.
The record is there. El-Rufai government embezzled
423 billion naira. Now, let me quickly come to Richard Oriri. This is a whole lot of amount of money, because when you look at it, this is like approximately 500 billion naira. I mean, it's a whole lot of money. What is your take on this matter?
The issue of El-Rufai and the state government, that is the Kaduna state government, I will look at it from another perspective, not from the same perspective with my brother here. El-Rufai, to me, is one of the best brains in the North. Today, El-Rufai and the current emir, the reinstated emir of Kano State, which is Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi. Two of them, I see them as best brains in the North today. When El-Rufai acted as a minister of FCT here, we all saw what he did. The facelift that FCT has today was the design and the implementation of government policies of El-Rufai. He did a lot. He stepped on too many toes. He's a strong-headed individual, and he has always taken that stand to see that whatever he does, he do it right. And going to Kaduna, in the case of this allegation now on him, it's an allegation. In the case of this allegation now on him,
that is why you need to observe yourself.
Now,
when you said
my friend here, he said because of the callousness or what of APC. It's not about APC. El-Rufai was a minister of FCT under PDP administration, and he was governor under APC administration. So the two major political parties in Nigeria, El-Rufai have served. So, and Kaduna State, for example, I used to visit Kaduna even before El-Rufai was governor. Became governor. And when El-Rufai became governor, I visited Kaduna. As a journalist representing KAFTAN television, we went to Kaduna on several occasions for interview. And what El-Rufai did in Kaduna, no governor before El-Rufai had done it. And the infrastructure in Kaduna State today is the design of El-Rufai. El-Rufai, the Kaduna State of today is different from the Kaduna State of the old. They were on
paid salaries under administration. Are you aware?
Yeah, in all the states of the federation, like what is happening presently, like just the way El-Rufai countered the jamboree, I can call it jamboree as he said, going on in the state assembly, is purely political. Presently now, as a politician, the North, they are divided into three family, I can call it family. The Fulanis, the Hausas, and the Kanuris. And each group, they are trying to see how they will they will pick themselves together and come back again as a strong force. The North, they are the strong hegemon, very strong hegemon in Nigeria. What I am telling you is politics. 2027. I'm telling you what I am saying.
Talk about the man who stole people's money.
Just calm down. What is going on in Kaduna is politics. What is going on in Kaduna is politics. 2027 election, even 2031 election, is very clear from political observers that the current president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is head bent in handing over power to the Northwest. El-Rufai is from that part of the North. And too many other interests, political gladiators who have the same interests. You see, when he was nominated to become minister of the Federation, the same forces fought him down. The same forces fought him down, and he was the only minister. There were just two ministers. It's politics. I'm a politician.
I know.
It's politics. The issue of this allegation concerning embezzled 400 something billion naira, embezzled 400 something billion naira, you cannot even equate this money with what El-Rufai has done in Kaduna State.
Okay, let me bring
with what El-Rufai has done.
Let me bring you up to speed with something.
And let me say something again. From 1999 to date, the entire country will have had about 170 governors. From 1999 to date, according to EFCC report, we have had 170 governors, and out of these 170 governors, about 58 have embezzled state funds. And out of these 58, for these 25 years, just 4 governors were convicted, and none of them are in prison now. And this conviction, like a former governor of Abia State, he was convicted, sent to prison. Before you know it, he came out. Out of all these total 170 governors, just 58 embezzled state funds. And out of these 58 that embezzled state funds for these 25 years, just 4 of these governors were convicted. Were convicted. And in the case of El-Rufai, it is political and
political. But now let me draw your attention to something.
He topped the rank of the governors that steal. Is number 1.
Not number 1, not number 2, not number 3. How much Kaduna State generate? Kaduna State can generate money up to River State.
Let me draw your attention to something.
Kaduna State cannot generate fund up to River State. Kaduna State cannot generate fund up to even Delta State.
Let me draw your attention
Kaduna State cannot generate fund even up to Akwa Ibom State.
Because of
so much embezzlement in those states as well. There is no state in Nigeria that 8 governors did not embezzle funds.
Let's take this part.
Okay, if they are talking of El-Rufai, let us Nigerians now come out to say Buhari as well should be probed by National Assembly.
Let's take this part.
Do we say that?
Let's take this part.
Buhari as well should be probed.
This is political. This is coming from the spokesperson.
It's political.
A thief is a thief.
I say it's political.
Let's take gentlemen. Let's take this.
In the entire note now, in the entire note then from 2019 to 2023. Wait, in the entire note from 2015 to 2023. There is no immorality. It's only El-Rufai that they are probing.
There is a clarity. There is a clarity.
Only El-Rufai they are probing.
And corruption of people.
Only El-Rufai, the entire note. Only El-Rufai they are probing.
What is El-Rufai?
Only El-Rufai they are probing.
Gentlemen, let me read this part.
I say all governors in Nigeria are thieves. All governors, no exception. All governors. El-Rufai is one of the top brains you have in Nigeria today.
Let me say that.
In the entire note, El-Rufai is one of the
gentlemen.
You can't wash a thief and make him
you cannot call him thief because he has not been convicted. This is an allegation.
Let's quickly take
El-Rufai is not a thief. It's an allegation.
When he was
we have a caller.
No court of law, no competent court of law in Nigeria have competed.
We have a caller, Richard Oriri. Good afternoon. Glad to have you join us. Where are you calling us from?
I'm Francis Joshua. I'm calling from Kaduna.
Let's hear you, Mr. Francis.
Please, before the argument there gets hit, let them have a chance to be speaking. Let the man in the middle allow the other man to speak too. I'm calling from Kaduna as well. We know what is happening in Kaduna.
All right.
Yes. So about the allegation of 423 billion naira siphoned under El-Rufai administration, we can totally agree that has happened. So El-Rufai has worked, as the middleman is saying, man in the middle. He has worked, but can he prove to us that that is allegation? That is not an allegation. We are in Kaduna State and we know about what is going in the ministry and parastatals. There is evidence that is to prove that money has been siphoned. So what is he trying to tell us there? I believe in the other man on the right is also from the north. He may probably have something to say about that.
All right.
We should allow him to speak.
All right. Thank you for calling and have a great day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I was going to draw your attention to something. This is coming from the spokesperson of the State House Assembly by name Henry Mara, who said that the monies taken from the purse of the federal government state government without any activities attached to it. He went on to say that a Commissioner of Finance and Accountant General withdrew 300 billion naira. Okay, before I continue, let's quickly take this call. Good afternoon. We are glad to have you join us. Where are you calling us from? Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Please, can you turn low the volume of your television set so I can hear you clearly?
I want to intervene to the issue.
Please go ahead.
I want to tell you that El-Rufai is a religion fanatic. He just hide on that platform to siphon money from connected government. Well, they have done well. They have done well when he was the minister. They have done well when he was the governor of that state. But what I'm trying to tell you is that he was a religion fanatic. He had other money for the government. now, what you are saying, the issue that they have a psycho money over 403 billion naira.
Right.
So me, they have thorough investigation. Those cannot lie. I think they should. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling and do have a great day. All right, I was reading something, 30 billion naira from the accounts of the state revenue. He went on to say that another 1.4 trillion naira from state accounts, and this money we are not traced to any activities. There was no activities attached to it. So I am throwing this to you, Richard Oriri. What would you say in this regard? And mind you, this is this report is coming from the AGDO committee of the State Assembly of Kaduna State. Investigating.
What I am saying is that I am not saying that there were no money stolen from Kaduna State government. I said from 1999 to date, no governor that have served in all the states, the 36 states of the federation, including FCT as ministers that have served here. No one.
If I heard you correctly, you said this is a political matter that we are trying to.
Yes, now because he's not the only governor. He's not the only governor. No governor that is not a thief in Nigeria. All governors are thieves in Nigeria. But when politics come to play, you will see that we pick selective justice, which is wrong. Okay, in the whole north now, is it only El-Rufai that stole money from the state fund? It's not only El-Rufai. But now that they have alleged, and the people of Kaduna State, they are saying that you have taken this money from our fund. We want you to come and account for it. It's left for him to go and account, to go and give them account. He was employed by the people. They gave him their mandate to serve them judiciously. And now he has finished his service. Okay, we have discovered after your activity, your administration, that this amount of money is not in our account again. How did you spend it? Come and tell us. In fact, they have the right to call him to question. But that is different from what I am saying. What I am saying is that it's political. Because there's no governor. Go to Benue State. Even Nasarawa here. Go to Jos. Go to even Zamfara. Go to Plateau. Go to Bauchi. Everywhere. There's no governor in the entire country. There's no a thief. Okay, now, if the current president of Nigeria, if he wants now to probe the immediate past president of this country, he will probe him. Too much money was stolen from Nigerian fund. All the looted fund of Abacha that was recovered by the immediate past government through EFCC. Nobody have accounted for 1 naira of it. No one. Let me have accounted for 1 naira of it.
Let me throw this part to you.
You understand?
Habib,
so what I am saying is that there must be funds stolen. There must be funds stolen, but it is political. The investigation of El-Rufai is political. But he will defend himself.
When we catch our thief,
I have no relation, I have no connection to El-Rufai, but I am telling you what is going on in this country.
We have another
thief is your thief politically. Just leave it there.
You can't call him thief. You see, you are matured and you are matured.
Good afternoon.
You can't call him
thank
thief.
You for joining
you cannot
us.
Call you don't have that right to call El-Rufai thief. Until a competent court.
Somebody is calling.
Until a competent court.
I say somebody is calling. Allow callers to
declare him thief.
Let us hear from callers.
You've ended my call. But on another note, this is to you, Gajo. In the case of all this, the State House of Assembly and the ad hoc committee. Okay, we have another caller. Let's quickly take this call before I go ahead. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Glad to have you join us. Where are you calling us from?
I am calling from Abuja.
Please go ahead.
Please, the man in the middle should allow other people to contribute. You see, say all governors in Nigeria are thief, and they are saying that El-Rufai is a thief. You say they have not proved it, so they should not talk. You should allow the other man to talk. You let people contribute. And if you know any governor that is a thief, you should name him so that they will probe him also. Now we are talking about El-Rufai, not all governors. Thank you.
We have 58 governors.
Thank you for calling and do have a great day.
58 governors from 170 governors that have led different countries, different states in Nigeria. 58 under EFCC. Which one?
I was saying this present and this report didn't invite or send any formal notice. This is to you, Gajo Habib, for the formal governor of the state. And by law, you are supposed to give a fair hearing. But before we continue, let's quickly take this call. Glad to have you join us. Where your name and where are you calling us from?
My
Idris minus.
You're welcome, Idris. Please go ahead.
Okay, against the everybody, what I'm saying that what as the National Assembly in the at the former governor of the state, Mr. And explain why
We can't hear you. Can you hear me? All right, please go ahead. I guess you have to call back. Okay, and there was no fair hearing given to him, and by law he was supposed to be given a fair hearing. So what would you say in that regard?
You see, what is there? Everybody has been given fair hearing. If matter is being investigated.
1 second, let's quickly take this call before we move on. Good afternoon. Please go ahead. Your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is John. I'm calling from Zamfara State.
Glad to have you join us, John. Please go ahead.
So what I just want to give the man in the center, Oriri, I just want to give him advice.
Oh.
If there is anything they have chopped from El-Rufai government, let him keep it and let us hear what other people are saying.
All right.
Let him keep quiet. Just when he reach the time to defend El-Rufai, he will come and defend him. Now we are not in time of defending.
All right. Thank you.
That's my contribution.
Thank you for calling, and do have a great day.
So, a fair hearing in a corruption matter is always given to the man that is being alleged. You understand?
Yes.
They will notify you, and you have members. They are all APC. They are APC members of the State Assembly.
1 second, please. Let's hear from this contributor.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm glad to have you join us. Your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Gombe State.
Welcome, Ibrahim. Please go ahead.
I would like to comment on the two gentlemen, most especially Master Oriri. Seriously, the way you're speaking is as if you're taking side. You're not speaking like a public affairs analyst. And based on what the other callers have said, you dominated the show. At least you have to let the other man to say what's on his mind. You're on a national TV. And please, you don't have to dominate. You understand? And seriously, what I'm trying to say is this. What the ad hoc committee had done in Kaduna State, they've done a job well done. Whether he's siphoned the money or not, or people say there's no smoke without fire. Whether it is politicized or not, it is their right. They made their findings. And I want to say he also has the right for fair hearing. So please, what I want to say is that stop taking sides. Be a public affairs analyst that you are.
All right, thank you, and do have a great evening.
Let him talk now. They have advocated for him to talk for too long. Let him talk.
We still have a caller here. Glad to have you join us. And where are you calling us from? Oh, we missed that.
Oh yeah, talk. A bit Dajo.
Can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? I think you have to call back, please. Please, go ahead.
So what I'm saying that if you are being investigated or investigation is going on, you already know that you are being investigated. So you provide all the document needed to clarify those allegations. Like the State Assembly ad hoc chairman says, you understand? Those monies were not traced to any event. You understand? Event mean work. Exactly. You understand? Event mean development.
Before we continue, let's take this call. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon. Glad to have you join us. Please go ahead. Your name and location.
Okay, my name is Mr. Emmanuel. I'm calling from Abuja, Axis here. Just like you rightly expressed, I really
buy and support the idea of the man in the middle, but then the truth about it is we don't call people thieves. We don't call people such a names that sometimes it is not useful to be used against persons. So all you needed to do is allow the competent court of law to decide who a thief is. Even if other governors must have siphoned or stolen any of those money, the best way to do is that they have not been held culprit for as far as that is concerned. And as such, let's not begin to take the laws into our hands now, because it is just going beyond measure now. This is just an allegation, as it was rightly stated. Allow the competent court of law and let El-Rufai answer it based on it. He's not a spokesperson for El-Rufai either. Neither is he trying to make a defense. But the way he's saying it, I think we're making it like a play joke now. And that will not help the system. So thank you.
Thank you very much for calling, and do have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, now you have the floor.
So, if they said money has not been traced to any event, it means there is no work attached to that money.
Yes.
So the money disappear in thin air. So he need to answer that, where the money went. What did you do with the money? You understand? Now, when you talk of El-Rufai has worked, yes, he has done road. You understand? But he demolished people's houses and properties and land. You understand? Some were not compensated, some died in the process. You understand? We have seen how he managed Kaduna government. You understand? We have seen a lot of strike, we have seen a lot of crisis, we have seen a lot of sack of from teachers to workers to electricity workers to health workers and so on. We have seen how he shut down the school, shut down hospitals, declaring people wanted and so on and so forth. You know, he was so arrogant and high-handedness on when he was governing the Kaduna state. So we expect, we knew that this will come. You understand? Based on the way he is borrowing and the way he is spending and the way his lifestyle is going on. You understand? I have nothing against him. I'm not from Kaduna state. You understand? But when you allege, you understand, you prove. Those who are saying it will go to court, let the matter go to court first. You understand? Or being indicted by the court. Now, the indictment has already been done by the State Assembly, who are the lawmakers of Kaduna State, those who has the right to investigate him. Secondly, the State Assembly will now do its own hearing. They will invite him to come and defend himself. You understand?
Yes.
If he can defend himself, not to send a spokesman to speak on his behalf and tell Nigerians who like him or who support him to be antagonizing people in the media and social media, that will not work. You understand? When a governor or a public servant or a politician is being investigated, we should allow investigation to go on.
Now let me add this, because we are running out of time. Still the spokesperson by name Henry Mara still went on to say that none of the money was found directly to his private account. That's the former governor's account. So what would you say in this regard? Yeah,
that is why I said let him come and defend himself. You understand?
Okay.
This is a state assembly. This is a state you govern. There is a returning lawmakers. You understand? The governor is from the same party. And I'm sorry, like people are saying that Ubasani and El-Rufai and so on. Ubasani is not a mate of El-Rufai. Ubasani was SA to Obasanjo in 1999, even before El-Rufai was appointed a DG privatization. You understand? So people should not mix things that, you understand? El-Rufai met Obasani inside politics, inside government. So Obasani knew what he's saying, and the State Assembly knew what they are investigating. An investigation in any state, in any governor is good, is a healthy democracy, and that's what will make Nigeria great in future, because you know that if you touch, they will take you. You understand? But in a matter of impunity, like people like El-Rufai with impunity, and you call them best brain, you start destabilizing or trying to put the issue, the corruption charges on religious ethnicity.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but we are out of time. We are out of time. We are out of time. But this is to you, Richard Oriri. This is to you, Richard Oriri. Some persons have insinuated like
it's all about.
We are out of time.
I was born in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria to this level. What I am saying is,
we are out of time, and we will definitely come back to this as well.
What I am saying is,
allow El-Rufai to go.
El-Rufai was hired by Kaduna people to serve them as governor.
Let me tell you, the law. What the law says, if you are
same people that are hired to serve them as governor, that are now saying on behalf of the people, the state assembly represent the entire Kaduna state, and now they are calling him.
I agree.
In the entire country, no leader in Nigeria is giving account to any citizen. So you should give accountability of our leadership. So if my apologies,
you can see yourself.
There's no accountability in Nigeria. So accountability is giving account to everybody. But now Kaduna state government, Kaduna state people, they have called El-Rufai to come and give them account.
Gentlemen, please, we are out of time.
And if he refuses to present himself to give account, he can be held liable to
we are going to keep
liable for it. If he refuses to go and give account,
we are going to keep fingers on this.
You have no right to call anybody thief, and I have no right to call anybody thief. It's an allegation. He has to go and defend himself. What you are saying is like you have personal problem with El-Rufai. So we are here to tell Nigerians the truth about what is going on.
I'm talking objectively.
Not just governors.
Gentlemen, please, we are out of time.
What will I do?
Please, we are national TV. Please, can you just comport yourself?
And we should stand boldly, stand
here to
defend account to Nigeria. Please, we are not giving account to Nigerians.
So if you are here to defend a corrupt politician, say it.
Please, we are out of time.
How do you see him to be corrupt?
No, I said politicians.
Which politician in Nigeria that is not corrupt?
The one you are defending.
Please, gentlemen, we are out of time.
I can't call him corrupt until the court to find him guilty.
So if the state assembly indict him by law, if the state assembly indict him by law,
please, we are out of time.
So we are national TV. When he has not presented himself to defend himself, there are two major principles of justice in law. You cannot be judging yourself, and you must have from both sides of everything before you judge.
Have you ever seen a case in court without investigation?
And if you
please, we are out of time. Allow me to say that. We are national TV.
You need to talk about
this now.
Richard Oriri, please, we're out of time. Well, at this point, this is where we draw the curtain for today's episode, and I hope you had a swell time. Keep watching KAFTAN television, and until I come your way next time, I am